In this video we're going to add and edit a product. So from the main menu we select admin, and this will bring up the admin menu. From the admin menu we select product setup, and this will bring up the standard list view for products. Now currently there are no products entered into the system, so we're going to add one by pressing new, and this brings up the product setup screen. So we enter the product ID, and then we enter a description, and then we can enter a bin location. Now it's not compulsory, so we're just going to give this one shop, but you can leave this blank. We then move down to manufacturer. Now if you've got a manufacturer list set up, you can select from your manufacturers, and similarly with suppliers, if you have a supplier list entered, you can select from your supplier list, and also departments if you have them. Now none of these fields are compulsory, you can leave them blank if you wish. We then come to the additional information switch. Switching this on will cause the additional information screen to be displayed when the product is sold, allowing you to enter some free text additional information, serial number, sale dates, warranty expiration date, etc. We then come to the reorderable switch. If the item is a one-off item, it's not restocked, then you can leave the switch off, otherwise you can set the switch to on. We then come to the taxable area. Now the default state is the item is taxable, and it will automatically enter the default tax rate, which in our case is 20%. We can change that if we select the tax rate field. This brings up the tax rate list, and we can merely select a tax rate. At the bottom of the screen there is the inactive button if we wish to set the product to inactive in future. Back to the top, you'll see that there is no unique ID number yet assigned by the system for this product because we've not saved it, and the stock value is 0. You can select an image for this product. If you select the image field, browse to an image in your system. Unfortunately we don't have any images set other than those installed by the standard Windows installation, but we can select one for demonstration purposes. And on the right hand side you'll see that there is the stock pricing barcodes and label buttons, and these are currently greyed out and inactive, and they will not become active until a unique ID number has been allocated. So if we go ahead and save this particular product, you'll see that the unique ID number has been allocated, and these buttons are now active. So at the top we have the stock button, so we can enter a stock value. If we click that button, this brings up a couple of switches which enable us to add or delete stock. So if we go ahead and add some stock, and this brings up the normal data entry screen. So if we want to add stock here, and you'll see that the stock value has increased to 50. If we want to deduct stock, we select stock and deduct, and we can deduct our stock if we've made a mistake. We then come to the pricing screen, so we select the pricing button, and at the top of the screen there is a switch to indicate whether the purchase pricing for the product is inclusive of tax or not. If we switch this off, you'll see that tax is displayed, and the way this works is if we now enter a purchase price here, if the product is not purchased inclusive of tax, then purchase price, if we enter the value here, it will add tax at the tax rate and give us a gross purchase price. If we switch this to on, you'll see that the purchase price is actually that we enter on this side is actually the gross purchase price for the product. Towards the bottom we have the supplier calculation switch. If we switch this on, it will use a pricing calculation model based on what we have set for that particular supplier. We don't actually have them in this currently set in this system, so we're going to leave that switch to off. And to the right of that we have the net sell price. So if we enter a net sell price in here, you'll see it will calculate the tax and give us a retail price at the bottom of the screen inclusive of tax. So we'll go ahead and save this. If we were to change the tax rate to 20%, and go back into pricing, you'll see that the tax rate has automatically been recalculated and the retail price accordingly. Next button is the barcodes button, and you'll see that the barcodes table already has two barcodes in it. Both of these have been created when the product was added automatically by the system. One is a barcode based on an incremental number the system uses, starts at 6 ones and adds 1 every time we add a product. And the other barcode is based on the product ID, so it'll generate a barcode based on the product ID description. If you want to add a barcode, you simply add the value into the barcode field. Now obviously you can scan this. If you've got a scanner, you can scan this value in and press the add button, and this will add the barcode to the barcode table. If you want to amend a barcode, you can merely select the barcode and this will load it into the barcode field, from which you can then amend it accordingly and press the update button. If you want to delete a barcode, select the barcode and press the delete button, and this will prompt you to say whether you want to delete the barcode or not. To the right of the barcode field is the label button. Selecting this will bring up the barcode, assuming you've selected one. So if you select a barcode and press the label button, and what this enables you to do is print a product barcode based on the barcode label that you've selected. So you see that there are 3 types of label available, and there are also an ability to increase or decrease the number of labels that you wish to produce. And the last button on the product setup screen is another label button. Now this particular label button is very similar to the barcode label button, and similarly will produce a barcode label, but it will produce a barcode label based only on the product ID field. So using this button will only produce barcodes based on the product ID field, whereas if you want to use one of the barcodes that have been loaded for this product, you would go into the barcodes button, into the barcodes screen, and select the particular barcode you wish to produce the label for. Also on the screen is the delete button. It's one of the few screens that has a delete button, and what this will do is if you select this, it will prompt you to say whether you want to delete this product permanently. So in difference to the inactive button, which merely sets the product to inactive, this will actually delete the product from the system. And then we have the back button as normal, which takes us back to the product list view, and then back to admin menu and back to main menu.